Everyone, this is me, Comic 4 Studios. Welcome back to a brand new fantastic video of this channel and the comic haul. The last video we made, I decided to change completely like where I'm shooting my video because personally I believe this is a better place. Make sure to tell your thoughts in the comments. But anyhow, today we are gonna review Batman Year 1. This is like I just finished this bunch of days ago, and like this is probably one of the best comics I own. Like I personally loved it a lot. And like this comic, it was just like it was a short comic, as you guys can see here. And like we're gonna like change the format of the video as well. We're gonna review comics separately because that is what matters. So like yeah, let's dive into the review of this great comic which was released back then in 1987. This is Batman Year 1. This comic was written by Frank Miller and the art is by David Mazzucchelli, and like it was released back in 1987, I believe. Yep, 1987. And this was a great comic. Like it's a modern retelling of the Batman's origin, and it's really good. Frank Miller have previously worked on great story like Dark Knight Returns, which is like a masterpiece, and I have yet to read that, and I'm like really excited. Like after reading this, I probably love the storytelling of Frank Miller definitely. So this comic is about like it's an origin of Batman mainly because he's like literally the main character, and with that said, it is also a story of Jim Gordon, like the first few days of Jim Gordon as a commissioner in Gotham, and like this is the new edition of this comic. As you can see, the new DC logo. This is the side spine of the comic, and actually, when you extend the cover like this, it's actually just a one, like it resembles one Batman, which is really good. And this retails for around $15 in the US and $20 in the Canada. And like yeah, this is really great. And like this is your standard trade paperback, and the paper quality, it's the newspaper paper, as you guys can see. And this comic has one of the most coldest, like one of the hardest hitting front cover, which is this. Like this is actually hard, this goes hard. Anyhow, this comic, it consists of only 4 issues. This is a short limited series, and each issue is like around 20 to 25 pages, I believe. And each is unique, like it carries a story. There is a lot of character development, and this edition is mainly like the story is mainly till this, from here to here. And this is the extra content we get in this, which is like the afterword, like David Mazzucchelli explaining some sort, like the dynamic duo, and like some rough sketches like when he drew Batman comic for the first time, and like his submissions. And like this comic also got some really great art styles, like working stuff, and like some concept arts, and like even got the script and how they actually structure the comic, which will definitely help me in a project which I am developing, and I'll be revealing really soon on the channel once I am done with it, like majority of it. And like this is so much great. Like this actually can teach us a lot of stuff. Then it also shows up some inking stuff, like how they did the inking. And here is how it was released back then. Like you can see that it has this, and like the first issue was like this, like the variant covers of that, and the original inking of the comic, but like due to the modern era it's changed now. And like yeah, this is really fantastic. And like we got some variant covers, and like this is really great. And like I actually love this comic a lot. I really like the dynamic of Jim Gordon, and like not the dynamic, but like something like dynamic, like Batman, like Bruce Wayne embracing Batman, like Jim Gordon, he was so much like good in this comic. Like this is actually really good, and the art style is really great as well. Like the art is pretty vintage, it's giving a gritty vibe, and like that's overall creating a really good effect on reader overall. Like it makes you feel. And this panel right here, previous one I meant, This one, as you guys can see, Batman, he's like trying to make the people convinced that he's not a killer and like he's like a vigilante. And this is a really great story. Like, I won't spoil any of it, unlike my previous video, because I have decided to change the format mainly. But yeah, that's really great, and like it got some cool moments as well. Like, that was phenomenal. Like, let me show you guys one of the coolest moment, which is my favorite panel in this comic, by the way. And like, I was really amazed to see that. I was really excited to see that. Like, that was fabulous. Oh my god, I do not even know where it is exactly. Okay, well, seems like I have lost the panel, but it was somewhere here behind. Like, Batman says, like, ladies and gentlemen, the show is over, or something like that. I guess it's above. Yeah, I believe that. Maybe the last chapter. And the story is pretty dark as well. It shows us a really dark Gotham. Okay, I think I just went way too far. It was actually in chapter 2. So yeah, because in the chapter 1 there is mostly the development of Batman from Bruce to becoming a symbol of vigilantism, and like that's actually really good dynamic overall. And like the Batman is pretty less in this comic, which I slightly dislike, but like that's not a big deal at all. It's great. Oh yeah, this is the panel right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let me just ladies and gentlemen, you have eaten well. Like, this is so much great. And besides this panel, I personally like the this one. No, not this. Maybe I really like beside that one, this one, Jim Gordon and Batman, and the ending of the comic. Like, the ending panel is also great, and I really like it. And last panel of the comic also says like call himself the Joker, and this actually reminded me of the dark Batman Begins movie by Christopher Nolan. And like, I'm really invested into buying a sequel for this comic, which I believe is Batman the Man Who Laughs. It's most of the Joker development mainly. And yeah, this fun stuff which, like, Frank Miller wrote and David Mazzucchelli wrote, that was actually, I really had fun reading. But there is a disclaimer for this comic, which I would personally recommend to all of you. Before you read this comic, I recommend you all reading some few comics, like, not few, but like, read any Batman comic before this. Maybe like you guys can read The Long Halloween, because it's in my list as well. I personally want to buy it. Or maybe you can read the Court of the Owl saga. This was a really fabulous comic. I adore it. This is my favorite Batman comic so far, but like it was my favorite until this game, and I will share my ratings in the end. But like this comic was great as well. Or maybe you can start with Hush, because it tells you a lot. But like, yeah, Hush is a great story as well, but like it's not that good. But like, yeah, this is fine. But you can start with Long Halloween or maybe Court of the Owls. But yeah, this was one of the best comic I own. My favorite comic is Kingdom Come, and like it was my so much favorite that I actually bought two editions of it, like two variants. But like if you wanna get into Batman, this is a good comic. This is a great origin modern story, and like it's great. I give this story a solid 9.5 out of 10. I'm just like, holding some ratings back because I felt that the story was a bit slow. Not slow, but it was less. Like, I personally want more from this comic. Like, this ended so quickly. Maybe it took like me like 4 to 5 days to finish, but like that disappointed me. But yeah, the comic itself fabulous. This was great. So yeah, go get your copy right now. This is like one of the best DC stories. Like, not the one of the best, like not top 10, but it is recommended to all Batman fans. So yeah, that was all for today's video. Make sure to get your copy of this comic right now. This is like an amazing story, but like, as I said back, it's a disclaimer. Make sure to read any Batman story, like at least one or two Batman stories. You can start with Long Halloween, because like it won't feel the same if you read it like if you start the Batman with this one. But like, yeah, that's not even a bad option. So So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments, and like I'm really grateful for the support you guys are showing, and like it takes a lot of effort to make this video. So like yeah, that's all for today. Make sure to take care of yourself. Till then, take care and goodbye.